Lazio World.
I tifosi della Lazio nel mondo.
Let me invite you directly, a friend of mine, that is Mr. Maurizio Manzini. Welcome.
Hello. Nice to see you and hear you again.
Ciao Maurizio, and welcome back to Lazio World.
Thank you for the invitation to be your guest.
Oh, my guest. I'm your guest because you're the boss here in Formello. He's the boss. Okay, he's a silent boss, okay? It's the way. Maurizio, very fast, because I know you have your day hand, your work hand, and then you have to go home. Straight, 1 week to the derby. Again, another derby. I will not ask you how many derby you have in your life.
More than 100.
Mamma mia, that's the answer. More than 100. So, each derby is a special one.
Oh, absolutely. This is the mother of all the matches, let's say so, and certainly is one of the main moments during the season, because this match is particularly felt by the supporters, both Lazio and Roma supporters, of course, and it's also the time when you start counting the minutes, which are divided from the beginning of the match, from the initial whistle of the referee, and every day in the 24 hours, every minute, you imagine how things are going to go, between hopes, fears, why not, and anyway, with the tension which is going to grow during the week, until the very eve of the match, when it will reach the climax, and really then you get into the stadium ready and prepared to what it is, a real battle, of course, in civil.
Okay, sure. I envy you, in video. I envy you in the moment that you are in the dressing room before the match, and then you walking out from the dressing room, meeting the other, meeting La Roma, and then walking up to the stadium. I'm thinking about the Cinque. There are 5 steps before you go up, and then you open in the arena. Yeah. I think this is the best moment for me.
I mean, wanting to make a comparison with we are in Roma, so the most famous arena of Roma is the Colosseum.
Okay.
And really, when sometimes when there are these matches, and you get out of the dressing room, you go down on a small space before you go up to get into the pitch, and you don't see, but you feel, because you feel the crowd, they're shouting there, and really at that moment it is like a wave which gets towards you, and then when the referee
call you up,
makes a reality with the usual phrase, okay boy, let's go. And we start climbing the steps to the pitch, and you get up, and you see in a moment, you feel the crowd, you see the crowd, and you really, at that moment, you know that the derby is there, and you're going to live it. Oh yes,
I can feel it. Yeah. And this is pure emotion, pure adrenaline. We call adrenalina.
Absolutely.
I was thinking when you said that you're downstairs and you can feel the noise and the voices and the hymn or the anthem, the Roma or the Lazio, depends. And I can feel exactly the movie, The Gladiator, when they are there. They don't see anything. They just know that the pitch is there and the people are waiting.
And I'll tell you, Paolo, from that moment until the end, when the match is over, and you are back into the dressing room, you got to watch yourself, because reactions to the derby can be of many types. I experienced many during my more than 100 derbies I lived, and in particular one
Okay. Ride.
Yeah, I laughed because I laughed to myself first of all.
Okay.
And because it was a derby when we won that derby 1-0 with a goal scored by Beppe Signori at the very beginning of the match, and and you can imagine that I think it was the 5th minute in the first half. So before the end, they've gone another 85, 90 minutes.
Exactly.
Which have been 90 years. And the tension
you count every second.
Mounted all the time. I think it's the derby when Marchegiani, the goalkeeper, saved a penalty kicked by Giannini. I think so.
And
I think
the score was made by Beppe Signori.
And at the time, there was not yet the tablet with the minutes of injury time, and so the referee, you can imagine, he was recovering 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes.
Sure.
But nobody knew before, and so I remember the referee was Mr. Lucci, and when the 90th minute arrived, we were waiting for the final whistle, and it was never arriving. At a certain point, he raised an hand, an arm, and I thought that he had whistled the end of the match. So I couldn't resist, and I started running into the field to celebrate. And I remember that Mr. Roddi was in the bench. He tried uselessly to keep me before.
Stayed.
When I had nearly arrived at the center of the pitch when I realized from the face of the referee who was looking at me, and because the crowd, they didn't realize that, because they were the action was at the moment in the South Bend.
Okay.
So everybody was watching there. So they were not looking at the center of the field.
Okay.
And so when I arrived, I nearly arrived in the center of the pitch when I realized that the match had not finished. So I tried to come back the quickest way I could, but the grass was a little bit humid. So I was leaping, and therefore I made a kind of long circle,
like a curve.
And I went off the pitch practically in correspondence of the Roma bench.
Okay.
The trainer was Mazzone.
Mr. Carletto.
Yeah, he was standing near the bench, and he looked at me, I think, like you can look a worm.
Oh, mamma.
And then he said to me, Amanzi. Mandoka.
I can't translate this. Okay.
It's untranslatable, unfortunately. And so this was the
fantastic.
I mean, this is one of the many things I can remember about
Maurizio. I would like to keep you for 1 hour, but
okay.
Let's do it like a appetizer. Okay, it's an appetizer, and then I'm gonna see you, and this show will be replied, and again I will tell everybody about this story, and I want the people to listen. What is the passion? What is the emotion of a derby? Okay,
that's why you have to watch yourself. The derbies there.
Okay, va bene. So,
okay,
Maurizio.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Buonanotte,
thanks for
grazie.
The invitation. Thanks to your listeners, and as always, Forza Lazio.
Sempre Forza Lazio. Ciao Maurizio Manzini.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Then when we won against La Roma 1-0, but Signori made his score about in the first half 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, and then we wait for 80 minutes, the end of the match, and Maurizio run at the 91 minutes because he believes it finished, but it wasn't. And on the way back, running out from the pitch, Carletto Mazzone, the trainer, Roma trainer, watching him and say, "What the hell are you doing here? Get out of here." That's great. Just listen to him. Grazie head, grazie blue white. I'm really, really, really happy. This is the way to show you lazialità. Just watching Maurizio Manzini here in Formello and asking him, "What are you doing? Join me in Lazio World." Welcome Luigi.
Troppo spesso mi sta invitando.
Anche Luigi vuole fare storia, vuole fare emozioni come Maurizio, ma questo è il bello del calcio, portare emozioni. Even Luigi likes to talk about emotion because this is the beautiful of our sport, passion and emotion. Luigi, ready to talk about what's going on? Che cosa ci stiamo preparando in questa settimana? Dammi news sono training session, Reia come preparerà la squadra, i giocatori che sono 99%, i giocatori al 99%. Let's start fixing the derby from today.
È una situazione sicuramente non facile.
Is a very difficult situation again.
Da ambo le parti.
On both sides, even la Roma.
Perché la Roma ha 3 squalificati, Osvaldo, Cassetti e Gago.
Roma has Osvaldo, Cassetti and Gago out because they are being banned.
Ma noi ieri avevamo fuori 8 giocatori.
But yesterday we had 8 players out, not good. I mean, they can play.
Ne recuperiamo sicuramente 2, Diaz e Matusalem, che recuperano la squalifica.
For sure, Diaz and Matusalem will be back.
Ma forse ne abbiamo persi altri 2.
But we lost another 2.
Lulic e forse Garrido, ma
and maybe Garrido, but
secondo me recupera.
Ok, Garrido.
Lulic purtroppo.
What is the problem? Qual è il problema con Lulic?
Il problema di Lulic, ha sentito una pizzicata, come si dice in gergo, non so, una tirata.
Lulic problem that he felt like
problema muscolare, dai.
Like a
muscle injury
on the leg, right?
Domani farà gli esami.
Tomorrow is gonna be to the hospital.
Ma Reia questa mattina ha già detto che quasi certamente lui ha detto è out 100%.
But Mr. Reia already this morning was saying 99% Lulic is out. Ed
ci chiede su Radu, Conco e Rocchi.
Ok.
Io spero che 2 su 3 giochino.
Ok, Ed, Luigi said that he hopes that 2 over 3 could play. That means di chi dei 3?
È più facile i primi 2.
Radu and Conco could be 80-85%. So about Rocky, I think it's still not
sta facendo di tutto perché sente tantissimo da capitano questa sfida.
Rocky as a capitano della Lazio is doing whatever could be possible for him. Luigi, per me it's enough. For me it's enough. I mean, be my guest, be here, be my guest. This is your radio.
No,
with you Nicola La Ragione, Flavia Mondello, Simone Parisi, Marco Grossetti, Gabriele Menegatti. This is LazioStyle Radio.
Yeah.
It's really a crazy family and I like this crazy family. È una famiglia un po' matta, ma a me piace.
It's a pleasure for me. Stay with us.
Grazie. Grazie, signor Luigi Sinibaldi. I have only to think on what's going on this week with the training, with the players, with whom is going to play, and most important, who's going to be on the stand. It's going to be 25,000 against 40,000, 15,000 against 40,000, 10,000, doesn't matter to me. We are there. We are dressing our jersey. We're dressing our scarf. Doesn't matter how, where, and how many. I said it again. Doesn't matter who's going to scream. Doesn't matter who's going to do it. I'm going to be there. I'm going to stand up for 90 minutes. I will never sit down because this is only one point I have to do. I have to support you. I have to be with you. I have to will be the player. One by one. 11. Gladiator. The Lion. On the pitch. La SS Lazio.